All right, YouTube, it is time for Klee's Friendly Fracas. And I did try the heated battle a little bit. I was kind of on the fence on whether or not I want to record a video for it. My gut feeling says it's probably not worth recording a video on it. I played it 4 times, won twice, lost twice, which was better than I thought I would do, considering how much time I don't play the TCG. Um, but I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to learn from other people, see how other people uh, construct their decks, and that might help me out as well, and might help these videos out. Um, so anyway, if you're on the fence on whether to play heated battle, and it's still going on, my recommendation to you is just go for it. Even if you have to take your pride out, put it to the side and just go for three. There are a lot of really good players who will probably may make short work of you. And there's also a lot of people who are very clearly have just finished a tutorial and want to get the rewards from the event. So there's a little bit of each. So I would say don't worry about it and just go for it and have fun. Get rewarded. And now on to Klee's Friendly Fracas. Klee's normal attack does 1 pyro damage. That's pretty basic. Now Jumpty Dumpty deals 3 pyro damage, and then Klee gains Explosive Spark. And what that does is when the character to which this is attached uses a charged attack, you spend 1 less pyro and deal 1 more damage. And a charged attack is basically it's considered a charged attack if you do a normal attack and your total number of elemental dice is even. Now, my understanding is that this applies specifically to Klee, so it doesn't necessarily apply to all of us just yet, but it's nice that they make rules and add them to the game and not give us an easy way to figure out what they are. And her Elemental Burst, Sparks, and Splash deals 3 pyro damage, creates a Sparks and Splash on her area, and Sparks and Splash after your character uses a skill. Sparks and Splash deals 2 pyro damage to your active character. So, yeah. Klee is pretty much exactly what we thought she'd be if they put her in. She will do a whole lot of damage. Now, the good thing is that Klee usually doesn't keep just her card in. She moves her active character around quite a bit. So, you don't, but at the same time, you want to make sure that she doesn't get, if she gets 3 energy, that you're ready for it. And this is why I have this team up, as a matter of fact. So let's take a look at the other 2 characters. Obviously, we're going with a themed deck rather than a deck that is a little bit more that makes more sense. Although this is a pretty strong deck, I think, or this has the capacity to be really strong with Pyro, Animo, and Electro. So Jean does 2 physical damage for her normal. She does 3 Animo damage with her skill, and it automatically switches the character to the next one in the line. This can be particularly troublesome sometimes, particularly when you're trying to set things up. So just be aware of it. And Dandelion Breeze heals all of your characters for 2 hit points, summons a Dandelion field that during the end phase does 2 Animo damage, and heals your active character for 1 hit point, and that lasts for 2 rounds. So that is Jean, and I believe we've already seen Razor before, but let's take another look. He does 2 physical damage with his normal. He does 3 electro damage with his skill. and his elemental burst does 5, and that character gains the wolf within. After the character to which this is attached uses a normal attack or an elemental skill, deal 2 electro damage, and that lasts for 2 rounds. So yeah, there's some really strong cards on the other side. I think that there's definitely potential to use this to really wipe out your opponents. I don't think that Klee does it correctly, though. I'm saying this, and I'm probably going to just get wiped out for saying that. So, all right. So I got my starting cards, and it's a bit of a mixed bag. But I'm going to go ahead and start official.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
Klee always starts off for her side. And let's see how things go. Okay, so I got 2 Pyro, 2 Electro. Reroll the other 4. Well, that gave me at least 3 Electro and an Omni. So let's go ahead and put...
By royal decree.
I should have used her. Right, never mind. Spent all that time talking about the other cards, forgot to actually play my skill card, but that's okay. We'll just roll with
Let's
it.
go out and play.
So I'm going to go ahead and use Mia's skill at least. So let's do at least one thing right. Okay, Klee ended her round. And could put the cathedral in and just heal. I only have 2 dice left, so there's really not much more I can do. Casting the skill again would be redundant, so that's really the only thing I can do. But that'll bring her back up to 10. We'll just have to see where we go from here. Very official friendly roll to begin. I got 1 pyro die. There's 2 parametric transformers. See, after all that talking I did about how the character, how she usually switches her character all around, she's actually stuck with herself for quite a while, which is actually the smart thing to do with this deck. Not sure what I can do. Maybe I get cards off of that, which didn't really help. I could switch to Noelle and use Breastplate.
I will protect you.
Why not? So she didn't go with her burst, at least right now. But guess Breastplate's gonna have to happen now.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Because that burst is coming. Didn't come that time. Can't use that because we have unmatching dice. Could use this and then. No, it still wouldn't work. Let's put this in play. And we'll just forfeit the last die. It's better for Noelle to be on than anyone else since she has a shield. Even though that shield would move. So she's at 9 and Official's at 9. Actually, I haven't used this particular deck in a while. I usually use my other one. But I wanted to kind of demonstrate another deck instead of the D-Loop official Klee deck that I usually use in my videos. So, okay, so she needs one more energy to use her burst. She also need a lot of Omni dice. She could get 2 from this. And this one, I don't think is going to help too much right now. I could arm her, but kind of don't want to be too cautious around Klee because she will be. Let's just go for the normal attack for now. So she's still not using the burst for whatever reason. I almost feel like the game's trying to be too easy on me. Well,
As a good knight should. Go as well.
so Gale Blade will put Official as the active character, but I only have 1 die left, so there's really not much more I can do. So I might as well just put the Jade Chamber in play and end my round. So Jade Chamber should give us a little help on the roll here. So we did get a little bit of help, but not a lot. Okay. That was something at least. So let's do what I should have done in the first round.
No rest for the wicked.
Klee is back. So what do I want to do about that? Could switch back to Yoimiya. So I have 5 dice left. So I can't really use Official's attack and also Yoimiya's attack. I also don't have any way of arming either of these weapons and using Yoimiya's. I could switch to Yoimiya and use her skill, but I wouldn't have enough to also use Official's attack. So I guess let's just stick with Official for now.
I have a nice treasure for you. Blow them all up.
Okay, so I have 2 left. feel like maybe healing is a good idea after that. And then maybe switching to Noelle.
I will protect you.
Then I'll have to end my turn here. Interesting. So they went defensively and switched to Razor, which does kind of make sense. Klee's down by quite a bit. They really haven't used Jean. She really hasn't used Jean for much in this battle, or Fracas if you would prefer. Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and do what we can with
Steady as stone.
Noelle. Could have armed her weapon first, but okay. So breastplate did counter his attack. I'm gonna do more than that. Because it's got to take more than that to beat him. I guess let's tune the skill card out. Go with the breastplate one more time.
Leave it all to me.
Okay, so the extra bombs really didn't do a whole lot. Although Razor's doing quite a bit. Going to cast a Storyteller and end my round right here. Okay, that's a good card to get. So I can switch off of Noelle as a fast action. So I'm going to want to switch back to official. Let's keep the Geo just in case. Just in case it makes sense to get an attack in on the way out. So this does 4 damage. But it leaves me open to his burst, which would definitely knock out Noelle. But I think that's still the right call because Fischl can burst as well.
Time to clean up.
She switched to Klee, which I thought she would burst with Razor. But okay. Make switching a fast action.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Switch to official. I'm going to have to sacrifice 2 cards from my hand. I don't need 2 Jade Chambers, so this would be an easy call. And I guess maybe not the Great Sword either. And let's go with this. This will knock out 2. This will leave them just with Jean.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
And it got rid of
Still haven't lost yet.
It got rid of Razor with all of his energy attached. That was probably not a smart move by Klee because that basically forced me to switch to my defensive card when I really couldn't have done anything else. I have to end my round now because I don't have any cards or that I can play. So now Jean is at full power. So I'm already past my 6 rounds, but I have gotten all of the rewards for this so far. This has actually been the hardest one so far. Gotten a lot of pyro die on that roll, so I think I should be okay. Even though I kind of yeah, because she's infused with electro or affected by electro, this will do it.
Oh, I have failed.
Well, so there you have it. I didn't mean to start it all over again. All right, well, next time will be Beto's Friendly Fracas, as I will focus on the 2 new characters. And apparently I'm going to have to play this again because I pushed the wrong button. But I'm not going to make you sit through another one on this video. Instead, I will just say I'll see you in the next video, which will be Beto's Friendly Fracas. See you then.